Hi guys, welcome to Simply Scuba. Here we have the TUSA Mesh Dry Bag. So that's kind of a contradiction in term, a dry bag that's also made out of mesh, but this is basically two bags in one. The internal section, this kind of bright electric blue, is a lightweight dry bag, and then the rest of it, the black section, is a mesh backpack. But you can combine them to create one sort of dry bag, or you can separate them to kind of separate your wet and your dry kit. So we're just going to sort of look at it as a whole to start with. Starting up at the top, we've got a little release clip, so that's how you get the main sort of dry bag out. In the front section, we have a zipper, so small little sort of pocket that goes sort of most of that section just for small documents and keys and stuff, just to keep it quick to hand. Below that, mesh panel. So this mesh has this sort of plastic sort of coating to it, so it's very strong, and you don't have to worry about sort of water damage. And when you've got wet kit, you can put that in the mesh section, you take the dry bag out, and then it can just drip dry. Bottom section is all this waterproof tarpaulin material. So again, it's nice and strong, so it's going to protect that bottom every time you put it down on something nasty, but it's going to stop the water from leaking out. On the sides, we have separate mesh sort of pockets. So this is separate from this main section. So for your water bottle and other sort of bits of equipment, you can start to separate and organize your gear. You've got some retention straps as well, so you can kind of sort of tighten that up, or you can just undo it if you've got lots of kit. The backpack section, two backpack straps, lots of padding, and you've got this mesh, so it's a bit airy and it dries out quite nicely. A bit of padding on the back, so if you've got something hard inside, it's not going to dig into your back. You've got nice adjustable in that, so you can sort of keep it. This is great for if you're sort of shore based, you've got to sort of get onto a tender and then onto a main boat, just chuck your stuff that you want to keep dry onto your back, so you've still got both of your hands. Turning it, we've still got a second sort of mesh panel, so you can organize your kit. And then on the inside, we have our separate mesh bag, dry bag. So then we can keep our mesh bag separate and our dry stuff dry. So at the end of the day, all of your phone and your towels and whatever you want to keep dry, you can keep inside this. And then your sort of wet shorty, your mask, your fins and whatnot can go inside here, and they can drip and air dry quite comfortably. Also on the inside, we have a separate sort of flat panel. This is usually reserved for laptops. Obviously don't put your laptop in there and then your wet kit. But yeah, for sort of flat stuff, you can start to organize it in there. Now, the dry bag itself is that lightweight dry bag, very thin material. This I think is about 60 liters, so plenty of space inside of that. Traditional roll top, and you've got a little sort of clip on the top, so you can start to sort of lanyard that off. And then on the inside, it's very much just a traditional dry bag. But with that bright sort of electric blue, it's quite easy to sort of see. It does let a certain amount of light come in, so you can see what's going on inside your dry bag. So decent, sort of clever design. They're kind of blending two completely different bags, so you can keep your dry stuff dry, you can put your wet stuff in here, or vice versa. You can keep your wet stuff contained, and then put that in the bag. You've got two different bags that blend into one. I quite like it. I think it's quite a clever and quite smart design as well. I do like the kind of electric blue with the sort of black mesh. This is the TUSA Mesh Dry Bag. Thanks for watching and safe diving.
We are an online dive store serving the UK and the world for all your diving equipment needs. So why not visit us at simplyscuba.com or click the box on your screen.